It's Rick on a Saturday. How's everybody doing? I'm a victim of laziness today. Or should I say the rest of the world is a victim of my laziness. I did so much to contribute. I was playing my Strat today because I'm lazy, and it was right here. And I started thinking about this Strat. It's a 1987. Is it vintage? It looks kind of vintage. It feels vintage. It's so beat up because it was in a flood. And a bunch of this chipped off. So I sanded it. I love these springs because they're juicy. They're this feels kind of loosey-goosey. I like that. If you can even tell, a lot of people hate this though. But listen. Okay, and then if I do this, bend up. And check this one. It's flat. It's real fluid, this guitar. This guitar, I knew it was different. I knew in the 80s they were making these overseas. This is a Japanese made. Wait a minute, take a silly tuner off. There, you can see the 4 holes that used to belong to the locking system on it, because this came with a locking tremolo. Next to that, you see the Graphtec nut, which is sitting in this little adapter thing because this thinner style neck, the truss rod sticks up in here, like too high. And so you had to have something over it. Frets are absolutely trashed, actually. Look at that one. This guitar has done a lot of playing. The back of the neck is all sanded because I mean not strongly sanded, just a 1500 grit. It's got stickers on it. Doesn't have the original pickups. These are aftermarket. They're Fender. They're Tex-Mex. They sound good. I like them. It's all the CTS pots and the good jack. Oh, and this is a regular old American Standard type, the older type, with the block saddles tremolo that I put in because I didn't want the locking trem on. So beat up. Plays so well. So I'll go over the specs for this thing. I say it plays well. I mean, it feels good in your hands, but it's got some problems as far as frets. Could use a refret, I guess. It didn't have the string trees to begin with because it had their locking nut, but I put the string trees on. I put Grover tuners on it too because I didn't like the Fender tuners. I think they were terrible. So I put on Grovers. Rosewood fingerboard. Body is basswood. Finish is polyester. The neck is made out of maple. Oh yeah, skunk stripe says yes. It doesn't say that it's walnut, but I think that it is. The neck shape is a slim D. Scale length is 25.5. 12-inch radius. 22 medium jumbo frets. Pearl small dots. Wide spacing. Micro tilt. Headstock is small. Logo is modern, white CBS style logo. It was a Kahler Traditional Series 2520 Fulcrum Tremolo was what it originally came with. Came in Lake Placid blue, black, candy apple red, brown sunburst, and Arctic white. It says less case. I got a case with it, which has long been destroyed. I'm going to talk a little bit about trolls. I don't call them trolls. I just call them jerks. They're just people who come on to decide that they're going to make a comment on your video. Since they can't think of anything good to say, they have to insult you. Now, whenever this kind of stuff happens, I try to think back to my father. I think to myself, how would Steve have dealt with this? How would Steve Romanelli have dealt with this? He'd have been like, don't waste your time with that. So I'm not going to waste much time, but I did respond to people. What it is I can put out these sort of folksy videos and videos of me just playing, and that'll get watched mostly by a core group of people who often watch my videos, which is great, because they're my peeps. if I make like I went to the music store and tried this guitar video. Hey folks, it's Rick down at Bright Music Center. Or this guitar versus this guitar, or this pickup versus this pickup, then you get a bunch of people who you don't normally get to your channel, which is also great. But the thing is that they don't know you, and they have like this sense of anonymity, or when people insult you, they feel like, oh, you know, I'm just insulting and I'll never return. Well, I respond to them. I hope they read it. If you've insulted me, you know, go back to, what video was that? It's my only video that has 35,000 views. Oh, it's Ibanez versus Epiphone semi-hollows. One of them disappointed me or something like that. Go look at those comments. Nasty people. Usually when I see those comments, I'll go and I'll check out who that person is. And really, they don't leave much of a footprint. They typically don't have any uploads. They're not content creators. Anyway, kind of sucks that you have to put up with that in order to play guitar online. But you know what? It's about playing guitar for me. And it's about my enjoyment, and it's about the enjoyment of people who come to hear the playing and learn about stuff maybe, or talk to me about gear. That's what it's all about. So if you don't dig what I look like, you know, go to the next video, and that's fine. And you don't have to subscribe. All of those who did subscribe, thank you very much. I'm over 700 now, and I couldn't have dreamed that before. It's taken me, I'm doing like the slow, steady roll up to 1,000. But I think that it's going a little bit faster the higher the number gets, which makes sense. The more people see you, the more people get reminded about you, and then maybe the algorithm decides to push your stuff out. I don't know what it is. Anyway. Well, folks, that's me on a Saturday. I played through the Katana today to make it easy. Like I said, I was lazy. I only had one cable. I could have played through the MSB, but this was way easier. All right, folks. So be cool, be peaceful. Be loving to everybody. All right. Peace to you up here, Rick. Even you trolls. Peace.